Welcome back. We're now being joined on the program by the Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism in Benue State, Mr. Matthew Abo. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Let's start this way. Tell us more about the state's plans to harness the tourism potential besides the areas visited, as we have seen in that report by the state's Commissioner for Tourism.
I thank you once again. The Benue State government is highly interested in the tourism sector. And since this administration came on board,
go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Since the administration of Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yemamalia came on board, there are frantic efforts that are being made in order to improve the tourism sector in Benue State. The state is trying as much as possible to harness the potentials of tourism in the state. Those that you can watch, as you are watching on the television, those sites that are visited are just few among the tourism sites in Benue State. There are a very large number of them scattered around the local governments in the state. That those ones are not yet harnessed. The state is trying to
go ahead, sir.
So I'm saying that we are trying to partner with the private sector in order to improve the tourism sites that are scattered over some local governments in Benue State. Like if you can go to Ikwe Wildlife Park, it is a beautiful scenario, but has never been harnessed. It was done by the Apereku regime in the 70s. Up till now, it is left like that. And the government is calling on the private sector to come in so that there will be a public-private partnership in that regard so that that place will be revived and people will be going there for tourist activities. Other places like Katsina Ala, Akata River, Ikogenkatu Ranch, in fact, there are so many of them in the southern part of the country, of the state. You can still see that there are so many sites that are not being harnessed. So it is the interest of the present administration to call on these people to come so that we can partner. You know, improving the tourism sector is capital intensive. Left only with the government will not be able to do it. But over time, these places have been lying dormant. And so the present government has a lot of interest in this sector and is actually calling on the private sector to come around. The present administration sees it that it is very important to harness these potentials. One, because revenue will be generated by the state. And so other things, people will get their pleasure. You know that tourist sites are the places where people go there to relax. When they are on holidays, they go there for sightseeing and so on and so forth. So it is a very important sector in the economy of a country and a nation. And so for Benue State, we consider these centers as very important sector in the state. And so we need to harness the potentials that are found in these areas. But because it is capital intensive, we are calling on the private sector to join hands with us. If you come to the state and I take you around Benue State, you discover that there are a lot of tourist sites that are scattered around. So it is my interest and the interest of the governor of Benue State to ensure that those sites are improved upon. Once they are improved upon, then we begin to get more interest. The economy of the state will be improved. That is number one. People will get employment, jobs. It will create jobs for the people, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much.
Lofty plans, no doubt. But Mr. Abo, Benue State has had its fair share of insecurity, particularly in the last decade. So what assurances are you providing, particularly for foreign and local investors, that when they come and invest in Benue State's tourism sector, their investment is guaranteed, not just their investment as a result of stability and security, but also return on investment?
I would say that no investor would want to come and invest in a place where there is no security. Because if you do that, it means all that you have put on ground will be wasted. And so the present administration have seen that and is taking proactive measures to ensure that all the investors that will come to the state will be provided with a lot of security. The government of His Excellency, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yomemelia, has tremendously improved on the security of lives and property in the state. As you can see, he has made frantic efforts to even visit the Chief of Army Staff, who also visited the state, to prepare grounds for the security of the state. And all these efforts are going on. Just that actually, if there is any peace, there may be some skirmishes of insecurity here and there. But comparatively, the present situation and the past situation, we are saying that we are living in peace in Benue State at the moment. And so investors can come, and we are actually assuring them of their security, the security of their personnel, the security of their investment, entire investment. It will be secured by the government of the day. And so I said nobody should be afraid to come and invest in the tourism sector in Benue State because their own security will be guaranteed. Thank you.
Now let's talk finance now. Tell us, Mr. Abo, how much specifically is the state budgeting for the revamping of the state's tourist attractions? And you've mentioned a number of attractions in some local government areas. So tell us about the areas that you are prioritizing for infrastructure development around those tourist sites, like roads, water, and small businesses around the tourism sites that you're planning to develop.
Yes. In the present budget, the state government has made provision for the construction of rural roads that link to some of the tourist sites, like in the one I was talking about in Igbo, which is the Ikwe Holiday Inn. There is a road that has been given to be constructed. And this is captured in the present budget. I want to assure you that those ones that are scattered, like in Konde local government, some of them are in the places where they have a linkage of roads that link to those places. And so we may not need to go to those ones, but like in Katsina Ala, the Aketa Fishing Lake, if you go there, because of insecurity, activities have not been going on there, but there is a perfect road that links to that place. And with the present administration, all the rest of them that I've mentioned here, like the Namibia River in Oju, is also captured in the budget, and there is a road that is going to be linked to that place. So there is enough budgetary allocation that has been made in order to take care of this tourist site, so that when investors come in, they will not have any problem of transporting their goods and services to that place. Thank you.
Indeed, and we hope that the state government matches its words with actions, and you have our best wishes with this lofty project to develop and transform Benue State's tourism sector. Mr. Matthew Abo is the Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism in Benue State. Thank you very much for your time on Newsroom Series.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.